Indeed, we're here for a purpose. Thank you all for being here as we begin the book of Exodus. We will be chanting from the Torah next week. For this week, we have a sermon and also, of course, our regular Shabbat liturgy. We're going to begin tonight in your blue Siddur, your Mishkan Tefillah, on page 130 with Nechune Ranena, a song welcoming in Shabbat.
Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, lechune ranena, l'Adonai. Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, lechune ranena, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, letzur yishenu nekanavana betodah. Naria, letzur yishenu, bismira naria lo. Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, lechune ranena, Adonai. Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, lechune ranena, Adonai.
And to welcome Shabbat, we will light our candles. It's my pleasure to invite up Doug Myers to help. Well, you're just doing Kiddush? No, you can do that. That's fine. Stephanie Shatera is going to offer our blessing over the candles, and Doug will hold off until the Kiddush this evening. The blessing for the candles on Shabbat can be found on page 120, with the reading on page 121.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, Shel Shabbat.
Amen. And now that we have kindled our Sabbath lights, we are going to take a moment to say Shabbat Shalom to your neighbor, talk about the week that was and what you hope will happen in the week that will be. All right, we'll wrap up our conversations. We're going to be turning now to the back the back of the book to page 648 for what is still a song of Kabbalat Shabbat, of receiving Shabbat, Shir Chadash, based on Psalm 96. So once again, you can find that on page 648.
Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. I will sing unto God a new song.
And from a relatively new song to a relatively medieval song, we'll turn to our favorite piyut of Kabbalat Shabbat, Lecha Dodi, which you can find on page 138 and 139. As is traditional for us, we will recite verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we reach the 9th and final verse, I will ask you to rise and face the entrance of the sanctuary as we welcome the Sabbath bride.
Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. La 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor bedibur echad, hishmi'anu elam yechad. Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, l'shemu tiferet v'liti la 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilcha, ki hi mekor habracha, merosh mikedem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tichla la 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, ki va'orech, kumi ori, uri, shir deberi, kevod Adonai alayik nigla la 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei penei Shabbat nekabela. Bo'I v'shalom ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, lecha dodi, likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabela. La lecha dodi, likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, panei Shabbat nikabela.
Please be seated. Continue with another song of Kabbalat Shabbat, Shalom Aleichem, on page 142. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We continue dividing our service from our receiving of Shabbat into our evening service on page 144 with Chatzi Kaddish. And I invite you to respond where appropriate. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah be'amad divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagalha uvizman kariv veimeru amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'la'al me'almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach Vitpar vitromam vitnasei vitadar vitalev vitalal shemei dekudisha brichu le'elam min kol birchata v'shihirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amihiran me'alma ve'imeru amen. Now we enter the Shema and its blessings, and we engage in the call to worship. And so, doing so together, we rise on page 146 for the Baruch Hu. On page 148, we offer first in Hebrew, then in English, our blessing for the evening. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chochma poteach sha'arim, uvidvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi layla, umeavdil bein yom uvein layla. Adonai Tzavaot Shemo. El Chai V'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzavaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. And we continue on page 150 with our song Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavita, Amcha ahavita. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbeinu, uvkumeinu nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratcha, v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, ki heim chayenu, ve'orech me'ameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. Ve'ahavat ha'al tasir, mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Ohev amo Yisrael.
I invite you to please rise on page 152 as we recognize the oneness of God, bearing witness in offering of the Shema, followed by the V'ahavta.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Ba'ed.
Continuing on page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol vavcha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha Veshinantam levanecha, v'dibarta b'ham, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvlechtecha v'derech, uvshochbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot ayadecha, v'hayu letotafot beinenecha, uktavtam המזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם emet. Please be seated. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, and that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. Together we move towards the redemption we sing for and of in our prayer for redemption, our prayer Mi Chamocha, which you can find on page 158.
Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Nehedar B'Kodesh, Nora Tehilot Osei Fele, Nora Tehilot Osei Fele, Malchutecha Ra'uvanecha Hayam lifnei Moshe Miriam, Ze Elianu ve'aleru, Adonai imloch, Adonai imloch, le'olam va'ed, v'ne'emar, kifad Adonai et Yaakov, u'ga'alo miyad hazach mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Amen. On the top of page 161, we read an alternative prayer of Hashkivenu together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. And this evening, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Much like there are people who enjoy breakfast for dinner, we're actually reversing that and doing our morning song of praise for Shabbat in the evening. Radical, I know. Please join us on the bottom of page 162 for Yismachu, a song of Shabbat.
Yismechu ve'malechutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, Ekore oneg Shabbat. Yismechu ve'malechutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat, Ekore oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshei, Mekadeshei Shevi Shabbat, Kulam Yisberu, Ve'itanu Mitzuvecha Shabbat. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. השביעי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת, חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת, זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת קורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת.
Now we turn to the main part of any Jewish prayer service, the Amidah, literally so-called the Tefillah, the prayer itself. And so now I invite you to turn to page 164 as we begin our Amidah, and invite you to please rise. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufiai b'tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Zocher Chasei Avot V'Imahot, Umevi Yehulah Livnei Bneihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav Hoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morib haga Hashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim berofei kolim, Umatir asurim, Umekayeh emunato lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido mehela, Melech memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Re'eman atah lahachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. I invite you now to continue your Amidah silently, either with the words on the page through page 180 or with the silent meditations of your own hearts, and to be seated when you have finished.
Say shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Amen. This time we turn our thoughts to those who are in need of healing, be it physical, spiritual, or emotional healing. You can find the names of those who are in need of healing in your service handout. In our own community, we're thinking of Doris Alexander, Shirley Bauer, Norma Jean Bennett, the Cochran family, Lauren Cohen, Robin Crumpton, Ariel Yitzhak, Ben Doron Ve'Yael, Seth Gallitzer, Eli Glenn, Roberta Gold, Laura Helrich, Brady Heights, Paul Hinkle, Bubby Howell, Karen Kilgarren, Kathy Lights, Rika Mattingly, Michael McMillan, Vivian Parker, Lupe Perez, Kelly Perkins, Marie Ruby, Dr. Arnold Schneider, Stephen Paula Shatera, Howard Schwartz, Joe Scraper, Ted Stempfel, Matthew Walker, and Jeffrey Wilmot. If at this time you are thinking of someone not listed who is in need of healing and would like to join your prayers with ours, I invite you to share that person's name with the congregation when my eyes meet yours, or if you're joining us on Zoom, to please put their names in the chat.
Marty and Barbara Letta.
Indeed, we're thinking of all those who are suffering in California with the fires, and as I will make reference to very shortly, to all those hostages suffering in Hamas captivity. At this time, we turn to page 371 for the words of our tradition of Mishaberach Lecholim, our prayers for healing, first chanted by me at the top of the page, then sung by all of us in the middle. Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak v'Yaakov, Sarah Rivka, Rachel v'Leah, Yivarechet HaCholim Shalanu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimalei Rachamim Aleihem, L'Hachlimam U'Rabotam U'Lachazikam, V'Yishlach Lehem Mehera Refuah Shlema Min HaShamayim, Refuat HaNefesh U'Refuat HaGuf, Hashta B'Gala V'Zmahan Kariv, V'Nomar Amen.
Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. As many of you are aware, I am returning just 2 days ago from my trip with the Amplify Israel Rabbinic Fellowship. I spent the last 8 or 9 days in Israel, visiting with various communities, people, thinking a lot about not just an end to the war, but this deal that has cropped up and has now been accepted by both sides. And I'm thinking about, well, that's what I was thinking about coming into this week. The Torah speaks in human tongue, the sages of the Talmud remind us. The Torah, they explain, isn't speaking to God, but to us, and so it employs metaphor and simile and narrative structure. The Torah doesn't think it is history or science, and it doesn't pretend to be. It literally tells the story of the creation of human beings twice, in Genesis 1 and 2, each time differently and with a different purpose. Even its more straightforward narratives, think Noah's flood, are the special sort of story that grows with you. It's one story when you're 5, and another when you're 25, and another still when you're 65. The Torah is, by its own sense of itself, not only a chronicle of the actual measure and development of life and history, but a window into their meaning and purpose. The portion this week called Shemot, names, is excruciating and beautiful. The beginning of the story of the redemption from slavery through Moses' great awakening and slow shouldering of responsibility for his people. And it starts, like so many great beginnings in the Torah, with a list of names. These are the names of the family of Israel that went down into Egypt, is how it begins. It's one of the long lineage narratives of biblical literature. Why does our portion start with such a grand and pivotal, why does it start such a grand and pivotal story with a list of names? Because names are vital to the Torah's sense of the world. They are the superpower by which mankind rules the world and by which we discover it. Adam became master of his world when he named it and everything in it. It's how we know ourselves and our surroundings and the context and the meaning of things. The Torah seems to know that we do not live in the objective world science tries to measure. That world's out there, perhaps, but we don't live in it. We live in a simulation of that world running inside each of our own heads. Naming a thing brings it out of nameless objectivity into meaningful existence, into the lived reality of our own mental world. We name our people and our tribes and our loved ones and ourselves in different ways, and thus we know who we are. And from this naming, the Torah shows us freedom is born. Shmot begins the tale that will lead Moses to stand before the genocidal tyrant Pharaoh and demand in God's name, "Let my people go, that they may serve me." The tyrant refuses, of course, and thus begins his long, bitter downfall. "Let my people go, that they may serve me," God tells Pharaoh through Moses. Freedom, God says, is service. Freedom isn't achieved merely with the lifting of the yoke of another's control. Freedom is attained only when independence chooses devotion. In this Shabbat's Parsha, then, we have most of the components of the Torah's understanding of the human. Know who you are, and thus who you are responsible for and answerable to. Or as our sages put it in the Mishnah from Pirkei Avot, chapter 3, know where you come from, where you are going, and before whom you are slated to give an accounting. Many synagogues, ours doesn't. Ours has Eitz Chaim Hi V'Kol Netivotea Shalom. It's a tree of life and all its paths are peace, talking about the Torah. Many synagogues above their ark, it says, Da lifnei mi ata omed. Know before whom you stand. 33 names now burn in the collective hearts of the Jewish people. Our brothers and sisters locked in Pharaoh's dungeons who stand on the precipice of their liberation, a negotiated liberation with tyrants who have already catalyzed their eventual downfall. I'm praying for them this Shabbat, and for dozens more of our brethren trapped in that darkness. And I will do so by naming them, by bringing them into my inner world, making them real and substantive so that I can offer my abject apology, at least until such time as I can do so to their faces. Freedom begins with a name. So we name them, make them a part of our world so that when they emerge from their dim dungeons, the world that will receive them will be all the larger, so that they will know and feel, if not now, then soon, that they are truly and forever redeemed. Romy Gonen, Emily Damari, Arbel Yehud, Doran Steinbrecher, Ariel Bibas, Kfir Bibas, Shiri Silberman Bibas, Liri Albag, Karina Ariev, Agam Berger, Daniel Gilboa, Naama Levy, Ohad Ben Ami, Gadi Moshe Moses, Keith Siegel, Ofer Calderon, Eli Sharabi, Itzik Elgarat, Shlomo Mansour, Ohad Yahalomi, Oded Lifshitz, Tzahi Idan, Hisham Al-Sayed, Yarden Bibas, Sagui Dekelchen, Yair Horn, Omer Wenkert, Sasha Trufanov, Elia Cohen, Or Levi, Avera Mengistu, Tal Shoham, and Omer Shem Tov. Shabbat Shalom. And now it's my pleasure to invite Margot Brown to offer the announcements this evening.
Shabbat Shalom. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I want to extend a warm welcome to our guests and members. A special welcome to Dr. Pumphrey and Baker University students for attending tonight. On this Shabbat, we extend our thanks to A.J. Packer for ushering, Alan Wiseman for closing the building, Doug Myers and Stephanie Shatera for leading the candles in Kiddush, Stephanie Shatera for leading our music, Hurst Kaufman for accompanying, Doug Myers for hosting the streaming equipment, Rabbi Stern for leading our Shabbat service, and everyone who brought a dish to share and setting up of the oneg. Please stay and help to clean up after. On Friday, January 24th, please join us for our monthly Torah Friday night Shabbat service. Rabbi Stern will be leading the service, Stephanie Shatera will lead the music, and Hurst Kaufman will accompany. Birthday and anniversary blessings will be given. Temple members are encouraged to help with the Torah service. For other upcoming events, please check tonight's handout, the online event calendar, the monthly bulletin, or the weekly email. Tonight's tzedakah will go to the Jewish Federation Fire Relief Fund. The tzedakah box is in the foyer. And again, Shabbat Shalom.
This time of special prayers. Before we turn to our concluding prayers, I'd like to offer a prayer on behalf of all of us for those threatened by the wildfires in Los Angeles. Ribbono Shel Olam, Master of the universe, protector and healer of all, we lift our voices on behalf of those threatened by wildfires in Los Angeles. Spread over them the shelter of your peace. Grant courage and skill to firefighters and first responders, that they may extinguish the flames and safeguard all in danger. Grant relief and recovery speedily and in our days, so that all may rebuild in safety and peace. And let us say, Amen. Now we turn to page 586 as we begin our concluding prayers this evening with Aleinu L'Shabeach, that's 586 at the bottom, for Aleinu L'Shabeach, and I invite you to please rise. Aleinu L'Shabeach La'adon HaKol La'tetu La'yotzeh Breshit Shelo Asanu Kigoyei Haratzot Velo Samanu Kemishpachot Adama Shelo Sam Chelkeinu Kahem V'Gohor Aleinu Kechol Hamonam Va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Page 591. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Please be seated. We think of our loved ones now whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. In our community, we remember in the period of Shloshim, the 30 days, Sharon Nathan. And we recall the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the passing of Malach Gordon, Simon Galitsky, Alice Allen, Esther Rose Kadish, Alexander Levy, Eli Shapiro, Mary Bell Moyer, Tony Caruso, Sylvia Grodberg, Louis Earp, and Joseph Silver. If at this time you have any names you would like to add for Kaddish, either because you are in a period of mourning or recalling a yahrzeit, the anniversary of someone's death, I invite you to share their names with the community when my eyes meet yours, or if you're joining us on Zoom, to please put them in the chat. Thinking of all those whose names we said out loud and all those who we keep in our hearts, we turn to page 598 for the words of our tradition of the mourner's Kaddish, the Kaddish Yatom. And if it is your custom or you are in a period of mourning, I invite you to please rise. Yitgadal v'yitgada shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei l'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam v'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha. May their memories be for a blessing. Please be seated. Our closing song this evening is Bim Bam, which we don't have to give you a page number for, I don't think, because it's mostly just made up sounds. So please join us
It's easy
for
to catch on
Song
to.
of Shabbat.
Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom,
Hey.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
Okay, and now to have Kiddush, to bless our wine and our challah. It's my pleasure now to invite up Doug Myers, and you can find the Kiddush on page 123 of your blue Siddur. Just move that cup right there that has wine in it,
Yes.
just as a warning.
Yeah, I was there.
Yes, terrific. I was there when it, no, sorry. Just-
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who finding favor with us, sanctified us with mitzvot. In love and favor, you made the Holy Shabbat our heritage as a reminder of the work of creation. As forked among our sacred days, it recalls the exodus from Egypt. You chose us and set us apart from the peoples. In love and favor, you have given us your Holy Shabbat as an inheritance. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho ve'ahavahu v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila l'mikrae kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim. Anu v'charta v'atanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim. L'chaim. And let's get that challah undone. We've got the challah uncovered and we're ready to bless it. If you need the words for motzi, they are on page 606. We're just gonna wait just a second while, there we got it, okay. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. May it be a sweet Shabbat, and of course, go Chiefs. Shabbat and Commanders. Shabbat Shalom.
That go Chiefs and go Commanders, yes,
That's
that's how you.
the next game.